How scary was it? You guys had lost 2 games in the fourth quarter late, and then Indiana's knocking on the door there at the end. What was going through your mind?
It was just, at that point, it was confidence and just, getting everyone else on the sideline up. There wasn't one person on the sideline who was thinking, repeat of the last 2 weeks, whatever. It was just, we're going to finish this game out.
Trace, how do you handle it when guys drop passes? Because it's been kind of a pattern. As a leader and a quarterback, how do you balance maybe being critical and not letting guys get too down on themselves?
Yeah, the biggest thing with that is keeping their confidence up. If their confidence stays up, they know, hey, you go up to them, tell them, keep coming back to you. Don't let that rally. I'm gonna keep coming back to you. I trust you. You're gonna make the next catch, and that's the main thing that I try and do if that happens. Guy drops a ball, whatever, just come up to him after that series. Hey, I'm gonna keep coming back to you. Keep your head up. Keep in it. You're good. And that's the main thing I'll tell him. And after that, that's that.
You see other quarterbacks though that show frustration, and you've probably seen that yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that. Did you go through a situation when you were younger where you decided I'm never going to do that, or you just not in you? You're not that kind of person.
No, not really. I'm just kind of not that kind of person because if I'm throwing bad balls, that's one of the things that I don't want them to lose confidence in me. So that's part of it is they got to know that I'm confident in them for them to be able to go out and play. And it's 100% a two-way street. I don't have success if they don't catch the ball. They don't have success if I don't give good throws. So it's one of those things that we have got to have that really good relationship where we're confident in each other and just keeping those guys confident and keeping them up and letting them know that, hey, I'm going to keep coming back to you even though that happened. You just be able to move on and keep their spirits up.
Is it simply more work after practice and obviously in game to fix those, or what can you guys do over the next 6 games? I guess 6 games to try and move on to those as best you can.
Yeah, obviously there's work in your free time, whether it be as a receiver getting on a jugs machine or if in free time that I have, hit me up or whatever it is, and that's kind of what we started doing after practice a little bit. Stay after 10, 15 minutes, running routes because on a jugs machine you're standing there, it's coming at you the same way. On the field you're running routes, you got to see it come out of the hand, all that different sort of things. So just more repetitions at it, and the more you get those repetitions, the more they get comfortable with it. And that's something that we're going to get fixed. I'm not worried about those guys at all.
Trace, at 5-2, where do you see this team at?
I think it was great for us to get back in the win column, get that confidence back in ourselves, be able to come on the road in the Big Ten. And, every time we come here, it's a tough environment. I think almost every time anyone comes here, it's pretty tough. So it was a great win. And, Indiana played great and beat a good team. So, obviously, it's just great for our team to get back in the win column, get that taste of victory again, and be able to build on it from here.
Is there a tendency for you to feel like you have to do more or even try to do too much because some other people are having some issues? Does that go through your mind?
No, not really. I need to execute, to the standard that Coach Ronnie expects me to execute. Whether that's, outside factors can't attribute to me doing anything more or less. I can't because whether it be the weather, whatever's going on, protections, anything like that. I can't change how I'm playing because of that. I just need to execute my job and my role, and then when the play's there to be made, make the play.
You've had a couple 200-yard rushing games, one over 90. Are you feeling any? I don't know what the right way to put this is. Does it feel like you're taking more hits this year because of that, or are you still feeling pretty well at this point of the season as guys? Obviously, when you run, there's been a couple runs where you're, go 25 yards and run out of bounds, but obviously the more you run, the more you're putting yourself at risk as well.
No, yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that, some of the hits as a quarterback, you don't necessarily want to take too much, and you kind of got to, in my mind, I got to pick and choose when I can. Obviously, down on the goal line, you're going to have to try and score, and you're not going to go down on the 1-yard line. You're going to try and fight for those yards. But some of the ones in the open field, probably I could try and take some hits off myself just to, be more conscious of it because I am running the ball a little bit more. But as I've said, and kind of my mindset will continue to be, is that I'm going to do whatever I need to do for our team to win. So, I mean, anytime a first down's involved or anything like that, I'm going to try and go get that with whatever I can. So, but yeah, some of the ones where, be able to get out in the open, and if I can get out of bounds, I'll just try and get out of bounds when possible.
How do you feel physically this time of year?
I feel pretty good
compared to usual.
Yeah, no, I feel good. honestly probably about par for the course as I have been over the last couple of years. You know, Coach Galt does a great job with our quarterbacks, making sure we're maintaining our strength and, you know, weight and all that stuff, to knowing that in our offense, quarterbacks are going to take a little bit more hits than probably other places. So just being conscious of that, and, you know, our athletic training staff does a good job with recovery and does all those kind of things for us. So right now I'm feeling good.
Trace, you guys are up 33-21. I don't know if you were asked about this before, with 4-something left. You had them on the ropes. Did you understand the play calls there, the 3 passes? Is that something, you know, you're close to Coach Ronnie. I was just wondering if you explain, do you understand what he was thinking there?
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying, especially, you know, you come in first down, you know, 4 minutes left in the game. I think that at that point they had 2 timeouts left or something like that. You want to stay aggressive, out by a couple scores. You don't just want to sit on it. That's gotten us into some trouble in the past, just sitting on it. So wanted to stay aggressive. We got to do a little bit better job of kind of completing some of those routes, and when we get those opportunities, making those count. And especially down in those times where, you know, incompletion is knowing it stops the clock. We got to make sure we're taking the right plays and I'm giving accurate balls, and if it's not there, being able to find the check down and get a completion, get us moving in a positive direction. But, you know, I understand what he was doing. Some of those, I kind of got to be a little more conscious of knowing, you know, should I just try and tuck it and run and those sort of things, and that's what we'll kind of talk about tomorrow as we get in the film. But, you know, we talked about it, you know, kind of this week and even today over the headset, that he was going to stay aggressive no matter what the situation was. And I think as an offense, we're behind him. And I think Coach Franklin is one of the guys. He's an advocate for that. You know, obviously playing smart, but being aggressive at the same time.
Do you feel like your team made progress today?
Yeah, you know, obviously I think we were able to make progress, one, in getting a win, and then being able to finish out a game where the last couple times we weren't necessarily able to finish out a game as a full team. Offensively, you know, there's still work for us, you know, in those situations, be able to go down and get points on the board, make it a little bit more difficult for them. But as a team, we finished today. I think that's something that is, you know, we can kind of look back on and be proud of and look at it as a positive for us.
Trace, as a captain, you have a good pulse, you know, on the team, on the guys in that locker room. After the past couple of weeks, the way that it had gone at the end, do you feel like you guys needed today? You guys needed a win?
Yeah, I mean, every week you need a win. It's kind of, but, you know, I think for us to come in and get a win in a tough environment and against a good team, and having to finish out a game where, you know, the team might be coming back a little bit on us, I think it was good for us to be able to finish the game out like that. And I think for us, it can, you know, help give us confidence in the future that we can finish out these kind of games.